Bangladesh's Char Islands are unique and ever-changing landforms created by the shifting sediments of some of the world's most powerful rivers, including the Brahmaputra, Ganges, and Meghna. These temporary islands emerge and disappear as the rivers carve through the soft alluvial plains, constantly reshaping the landscape. The Chars, as they are locally known, offer a compelling narrative of human resilience and environmental uncertainty. They are home to millions of people despite their impermanent nature, subjecting inhabitants to the relentless cycle of formation, flooding, erosion, and displacement. The formation of Char Islands is a direct result of Bangladesh's unique geographic and hydrological features. The country is a deltaic region formed by the confluence of three major rivers, which carry enormous sediment loads from the Himalayas. During the monsoon season, these rivers swell, flooding vast areas and depositing sediments that gradually accumulate to form chars. Initially, these formations are unstable sandbars, but over time they can grow into larger vegetated islands capable of supporting human settlements. However, their existence is inherently unstable, with many chars eventually eroding back into the rivers due to the same forces that created them. Life on the Char Islands is a continuous struggle against nature's forces. The inhabitants, often among the poorest in Bangladesh, face repeated displacement due to river erosion and flooding. Homes, schools, and agricultural lands can be swept away overnight, forcing entire communities to relocate. Many residents lack legal land titles, leaving them without compensation or support when displacement occurs. In this environment of uncertainty, traditional livelihoods such as farming and fishing are both essential and precarious. Farmers cultivate crops like rice, maize, and jute on the fertile alluvial soil, but harvests are frequently destroyed by sudden floods. The social and economic conditions of Char dwellers are marked by extreme vulnerability. Poverty, lack of education, and limited access to healthcare and infrastructure compound their challenges. Education is frequently disrupted by displacement, as schools are washed away or become inaccessible. Medical facilities are scarce, leaving residents susceptible to waterborne diseases, malnutrition, and other health crises exacerbated by the harsh living conditions. Despite these hardships, the Char communities demonstrate remarkable adaptability, using traditional knowledge and practices to mitigate some of the risks they face. Flooding is both a curse and a lifeline for the Char Islands. While floods cause destruction, they also replenish the soil with nutrient-rich sediments, supporting agriculture and sustaining the ecological balance of the region. The biodiversity of the Char Islands includes a variety of plants, fish, and bird species that thrive in this dynamic environment. Fishermen benefit from the abundance of fish during certain seasons, though their livelihoods are also threatened by overfishing and changing water patterns linked to climate change. Climate change poses a severe threat to the Char Islands, intensifying the challenges already faced by their inhabitants. Rising sea levels, unpredictable monsoon patterns, and more frequent cyclones have increased the frequency and severity of floods. As Bangladesh grapples with being one of the most climate-vulnerable countries in the world, the Chars stand at the forefront of this existential crisis. Government and non-governmental organizations have initiated various programs aimed at climate adaptation, including the construction of flood-resistant homes, embankments, and early warning systems. However, the scale of intervention often falls short given the magnitude of the problem. Efforts to address the plight of Char dwellers have included resettlement projects and livelihood support programs. Resettlement initiatives have aimed to relocate vulnerable families to more stable areas, though this has met with mixed success due to cultural ties to the land and logistical challenges. Livelihood programs focus on improving agricultural techniques, introducing climate-resilient crops, and providing micro-loans for small businesses. Community-based disaster management training has also empowered residents to better prepare for and respond to natural disasters. Despite the precariousness of life on the Char Islands, they remain vibrant communities where culture and tradition flourish. Festivals, religious observances, and social gatherings create a sense of continuity and shared identity even amid constant upheaval. Traditional crafts, storytelling, and folk music serve as cultural anchors, preserving the heritage of communities shaped by the ebb and flow of the rivers. The future of Bangladesh's Char Islands depends on a multifaceted approach that combines sustainable development, environmental conservation, and climate resilience. Strengthening river management systems, investing in durable infrastructure, and expanding access to education and healthcare are critical to ensuring a more stable future for Char dwellers. International cooperation and climate financing will also be essential, as the challenges faced by the Char Islands are linked to global environmental issues. The historical significance of the Char Islands extends beyond their environmental and socio-economic dimensions. The region has played a key role in the cultural and historical evolution of Bangladesh. Ancient trade routes once crisscrossed these waterways, connecting the Indian subcontinent to distant markets. Archaeological evidence reveals that early civilizations adapted to the dynamic river systems, establishing settlements and trade hubs along the shifting shores of these islands. Environmental researchers and geographers continue to study the Char Islands as a living laboratory for understanding fluvial processes, sediment transport, and climate adaptation. The shifting landscape of the Chars provides valuable insights into how river systems respond to natural and human-induced changes. This knowledge is crucial not only for managing Bangladesh's riverine ecosystem, but also for informing global water management strategies. The Chars also hold potential for ecotourism, given their unique ecological and cultural landscape. Bird watchers, nature enthusiasts, and researchers are drawn to the biodiversity of these islands. Sustainable tourism initiatives could provide an alternative source of income for local communities, fostering environmental conservation while supporting economic development. In recent years, the government of Bangladesh has explored ambitious engineering projects aimed at controlling river flows and reducing the impact of flooding and erosion. These include the construction of river embankments, dredging projects, and the implementation of sediment management systems. However, these interventions have faced criticism for their environmental impact, cost, and effectiveness. Balancing development with ecological preservation remains a challenging task. International organizations and donors have also played a role in supporting Bangladesh's efforts to address the challenges of the Char Islands. Global climate funds have been used to finance adaptation projects, while international research collaborations have contributed to a deeper understanding of river dynamics. Continued global engagement is crucial, as the fate of the Char Islands is intertwined with broader issues of climate justice and environmental sustainability. The resilience of the Char dwellers is perhaps their most remarkable trait. Families often rebuild their homes multiple times, adapt their farming practices, and innovate in response to changing conditions. Local knowledge, passed down through generations, is central to their survival strategies. This includes techniques for flood-resistant construction, soil management, and community-based disaster preparedness. The cultural identity of the Char communities is deeply connected to the rivers. Folklore, songs, and stories reflect the ever-present influence of water in their lives. Religious beliefs and rituals often incorporate reverence for the rivers, recognizing them as both life-giving and destructive forces. The spiritual dimension of life on the Chars underscores the profound relationship between people and their environment. In conclusion, the Char Islands of Bangladesh represent a unique intersection of natural processes and human tenacity. They are places where life is lived on the edge, dictated by the shifting whims of mighty rivers. The resilience of the people who call these transient lands home is a testament to human ingenuity and the enduring spirit of survival. Addressing the challenges they face requires a holistic approach that acknowledges both the environmental realities and the socio-economic struggles of these vulnerable communities. The story of the Char Islands is one of constant change, survival against odds, and the profound connection between people and the ever-shifting landscapes they inhabit.